I know this is going to be your favorite part, homework and grading policy. So each week you will be given a homework assignment on Monday. That homework assignment is due by Friday of each week. Now this homework assignment can vary in what it looks like and what it is. It could be you read a short story and then you tell me the plot, or it could be context clues. It just depends on week to week what that homework assignment will look like. Your homework will be graded on with a participation grade. So as long as you showed me that you tried to do your homework and that you put some effort into it, I will give you a check. Now that doesn't mean that you don't do the homework and say I didn't get it, because each day, for the first about 10 minutes of each day, right after read aloud, I'm going to ask, is there anyone that needs help on the homework, or is there any questions that you have? And even in the media center, I am available to help you on your homework. So there is absolutely no reason why you should not have the homework completed. Unless there is, if there's, for example, if there's one question that you really did not get, I understand. But if your whole homework assignment is missing, then that causes some questions. You have the liberty to do it all one night, or you can do it a little bit each night, or you can wait until the very last night to do it. I'm not going to keep track of that. It is the expectation that you get it done by Friday, by the due date. Failure to complete your homework by the due date will result in a 0 for the week. That is a very easy grade to get, and you should not be getting zeros for that. So now the second piece of homework is your reader's response. So these responses are directly tied with the standards that we are doing in class, whether that be plot, whether that be setting, whether that be citing textual evidence. You will be getting a reader's response every 2 weeks. So weekly homework is every week. Reader's response is every 2 weeks. Since there is about 9 weeks in each quarter, you will have about 4 reader's responses per quarter. So the reader's responses will be completed using your independent reading and the read aloud we do in class. Let me show you what the reader's responses look like. Here's an example of what a reader's response looks like. So you'll have here a line to put the due date. When I pass out the reader's response, I will tell you when it is due. And then you have 3 prompts. You are to choose 2 prompts, not all 3 of them. You are allowed to do all 3 of them for extra points, but the requirement is 2 prompts. One of these prompts you will do on the class read aloud. So whatever book we are reading together, you will do a reader's response on that read aloud. The second response is going to be on your independent reading, and you must specify to me which is which. So let's say, for example, and this is an example I just pulled out. I have several of these. The first prompt here says, what major themes or messages does the book contain? So let's say, for example, you wanted to do the whole group novel for this response. You would tell me the name of the book, and then you would write your response. Notice that it says cite specific page numbers. Now if everyone has a copy of the book, you are allowed to go back and get the book and look for the page number where you found it, or there's an example of a theme. If not everyone has a book, then you can ask me for my copy, and I will let you borrow it for that time period that you're going to be working on it, but you must give it back because I'm reading that book every day. And then your second response, let's say you do prompt number 3, find a place where the author uses figurative language. That would be on your independent reading. So you would tell me the title of the book, and then you would cite specific page numbers and specific examples where you found figurative language. That's simile, metaphor, personification, so on and so forth. Now, every night that you read for at least 20 minutes, the expectation is just 20 minutes. You can read for longer, but 20 minutes nightly. And sometimes during your independent station, I'll let you read independently and I'll sign off. That way you don't have to read that night. You put the date, the book title and author, how many pages you read, and your parents must initial that you read at least 20 minutes that night. So again, right here it says students are to respond to at least 2 responses, one from the whole class read aloud and one from his or her independent reading. They will be due every 2 weeks, and failure to turn it in will result in a 0. Now, you're probably asking, how am I going to keep track of all of this? Every single one of you will have to have a homework binder. In this homework binder, we will include the weekly ELA homework, readers' responses, and homework from Miss Cook's class. So whatever homework you have for math or for science, it would also be in this binder. Now it's going to be a 3-ring binder, and it's going to have dividers in it. So every week, every Monday that you get the weekly homework, I will hand it to you. It will be hole punched, and it goes directly in the binder. That way, you don't lose it, and whenever I ask you where is it, all you have to do is open your binder. There's no excuse why you should say I lost it. You are to bring the homework binder in daily to class. Bring that. That is the only thing you are responsible. That and a pencil, obviously. You're responsible to bring to class every single day, because I have your book lover's book, or you might have your book lover's book, but the homework binder should truly be the only thing that you bring to class, and a pencil. No late homework will be accepted. No late homework will be accepted, because I am expecting you to bring that homework binder every single day. And if you don't bring your homework binder in, that is first of all, you're not following directions because you're not being responsible in bringing all your materials. And second of all, and it's an expectation that you bring it. Certain situations may be excused by the teacher. If there's an emergency or something happened, talk to me individually. But if you don't have your homework binder on the day that homework is due, it is a 0. Let's look at the grades. If I give you a 5, that means you got a 100. If I give you a 4, that means you got a 90. If I give you a 3, an 80, a 2 is a 70, and a 1 is a 60. All right, and a 0 is obviously below 60 or 50 and below, and that is failing. So you won't see the number, you won't see 100 or 90. All you will see is 1 through 5 or a 0.